Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we've got a short and, honestly, pretty funny story for you. It's all about that daily struggle between putting on our professional face and our, let's say, wilder side. And our guide for this little adventure, a very unique, very furry employee.
So it all kicks off with this simple, maybe a little absurd question. I mean, think about it for a second. Can a cat, an animal famous for doing exactly what it wants, when it wants, actually make it in the corporate world? Well, let's find out.
Okay, let's get into it. We start by meeting our hero, a character who is trying her best to fit into a world that seems, completely against her very nature.
So the scene is a busy city. Everyone is just rushing around, a total blur. But not her. Right in the middle of all that chaos, our cat, she walks slowly, deliberately. She's like this little island of calm in a sea of complete panic.
And she has the routine down perfectly. I mean, she wears a coat, she carries a briefcase, and maybe most impressive of all, she always pays her rent on time. From the outside, you'd think she's the perfect model citizen, right? The ideal professional. And people totally notice. Her human coworkers look at her and all they see is this picture of self-control. You can just hear them whispering, "Wow, so disciplined." They have absolutely no idea what's really going on under that calm, furry surface.
And that brings us to the real heart of the story. Because now, we're about to see the huge, hilarious difference between how she acts and the pure, chaotic instincts that are just screaming inside her head.
Just picture it. There she is every single morning, standing at the bus stop, briefcase in hand, patiently staring down an empty road. She looks focused, totally professional, just another person on their way to work. But what is she really thinking?
Yep, this. While her body is saying, "I am a diligent employee," her brain is just yelling, "Should I knock this cup over right now?" It's that classic, undeniable cat urge, and it's our first real peek into the battle raging inside her. This is where it gets really funny.
The office, of course, is an absolute minefield of temptation. While all her colleagues are typing away, looking super serious, she has to fight her single greatest, most powerful, most overwhelming instinct. The keyboard, that warm, clicky, absolutely irresistible rectangle of pure joy. It's a war she has to wage every single day, and somehow she keeps winning, holding on to that professional composure. Her boss, naturally, is completely oblivious to all this. All he sees is someone who, well, looks like she's working. "You are very professional," he tells her one day, and she just gives a little nod, accepting the praise. Now, what's so great here is what the word professional actually means to her. It's not about hitting targets or corporate synergy. Nope. For our cat, being a professional has one very simple rule. Don't fall asleep in the meeting. That's it. That is the entire job. So all of this is building up to the story's big turning point. A crisis hits the office. For the humans, it's a catastrophe. But for our cat, well, for her, it's something very, very different. And then it happened. The unthinkable, the absolute end of the world for any modern workplace. The Wi-Fi went out. Complete and utter panic. The world, for them, is basically over. And here's where you see the real split. While the humans are running around like their hair is on fire, our cat does something amazing. She smiles. Just a small, quiet little smile of satisfaction. Because you see, for her, this isn't a crisis at all. It's a relief. It's a problem she has zero responsibility to solve. For the first time all day, she can just relax. The human chaos has finally brought her a moment of true inner peace.
And this moment of chaos, it gives her an opening. This is the climax of her story, where that professional mask finally slips and her true self gets to come out and play in one tiny, perfect act of rebellion.
And so she does it. She jumps up on the desk, she looks a pen dead in the eye, and with one perfect flick of her paw, she knocks it right onto the floor. Mission accomplished. Then she just calmly walks away. It might seem small, but for her, it is a huge victory.
And that's really the whole takeaway here, isn't it? You can wear the coat, you can carry the briefcase, you can even fight the urge to sit on the keyboard, but it doesn't really change what you are. No matter how human you try to act, a cat, deep down, is always going to be a cat.
And that just leaves us with one final thought to chew on. We all have that professional mask we wear, right? But what about that instinct inside? That little voice that just wants to knock the pen off the desk? What does your inner cat say? Thanks for joining.